Yo, 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 what is up, Off the Bounce Nation? How we doing today, guys? Happy New Year, everybody. I'm your host, Slam the Bookie. These are my co-hosts, Hefe Picks and BBB. Man, sorry, boys. It's been a while, and it is a Sunday. We don't do shows on Sunday, but it is a makeup show, guys. How you doing today, man?
Feeling good, man. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy holidays. Hope everybody had a happy and safe one. Like Slam said, it's a Sunday special OTB. We owed you guys one from Friday. It was kind of Friday. It was New Year's Eve. Everybody was out and about, getting ready, pre-gaming.
Yep.
We felt like we needed to let you guys have a little fun. But it's a football Sunday. Football is been insane today. But we're going to take a couple minutes out of your life today to just talk about the 6 NBA games we got going on tonight. BBB, how you doing, man? Happy New Year's.
Hey, it's a new year, and I'm ready to just break down today's slate. Like you said, it's an NFL day, but there's some gyms. Everyone's focused on NFL. You know, that's where you find these gyms over here. Everyone's betting NFL. Let's find those NBA gyms and smack them around a little bit.
Yes, sir, man. And our buddy Alpha is out sick today, guys. So I know he is tuning into the show right now, man. Feel better, Alpha. We will see you back tomorrow. And guys, if you are watching, give us a retweet, like, comment your favorite plays today. Let us know your max locks, guys. And big shout out to Pure Wage as always, man. Thank you for sponsoring this show, man. If you guys haven't, make sure to follow them on the Twitter account. All right, guys, quick recap. From the past few days, guys. NBA has been good. I've been pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie, man. This is 2022, man. It's my year. I've been fucking kind of killing it this past 3 days. How you boys been doing?
In NBA, I actually did great. Yesterday was a 2-0 day for me. The Bulls, man. We got to take a minute to talk about the Bulls. DeMar DeRozan did something that might never be done again in the history of the NBA. Just let me get through this sentence and let it sink in, everybody. He hit a back-to-back games, a game-winning 3 at the buzzer, in back-to-back days, but in 2 different years. It will never happen again. He has, in all seriousness, he has been absolutely killing it. 7-game win streak for the Bulls. They're now number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And they are a scary freaking team, man. The other team that I need to speak about, and they play tonight, and it's not even the team. I just need to speak about their best player. LeBron James is doing things that
I'm telling
literally do not make sense at his age of 37.
37.
He's averaging 35 points a game in his last 7 games. He's absolutely put this team on his back. And out of nowhere, if he plays like this, which I don't know how long that can happen for, they're a contender as long as he's balling like this.
Yeah, for sure,
I
man.
agree.
The LeBron is playing out of his mind right now, and maybe the Lakers get it together. Maybe he needs to step up and start scoring a bunch of points, man, because his team needs him right now, especially with no AD. But yeah, man, let's jump right into today's slate, guys. Let's go to the first early game here. Pacers versus the Cavs. Line is sitting at minus 4.5. The Cavs are on a bit of a cold streak. Lost their last 3 games here, and the Pacers have been playing well. They just haven't been winning games, but they got the cover on Saturday against the Bulls. I actually like the Pacers with some value here, 4.5. And the Cavs might be due for a win soon, but I think without Ricky Rubio, man, they're struggling right now, and I will gladly take the 4.5 with Pacers in the spot. What do you guys think? BBB, back me up right here.
You guys know I'm all about the Pacers. You've seen me put on the Pacers jerseys, love them, but not today, boys. Not
Go
today.
get it. Get the jersey.
Nope, we're not putting no jersey on today because we're on the Cavs over here. Pacers are still without Brogdon, Duarte. They're also going to be missing LeVert and COVID protocols. I think they're just going to struggle inside with. They have good bigs. They have good bigs, but Mobley and Jared Allen have just been beast. So I think overall, just they're going to be able to dominate inside, and that's going to create more opportunities, and they're going to be lacking in the guard space. They'll probably be able to control the play there. The line's right here. I think 4.5. I think we might see it tick up to 5 or something by the time this is off. I'm on the 4.5 here. I think it's a good get right spot home. They're still dealing with all kinds of issues. What they're doing, are they floating their team? Are they not? Yeah, I think this is a great spot for the Cavs, and that's what I'm riding with today. What about you, Hefe?
I'm right there with you, man. I mean, look, Cavs have lost 4 of their last 5 straight up. It's kind of been rough for them since Ricky Rubio went down a couple of days ago. They've been searching for themselves, and they've been losing games. But even with that, they're still the number 1 against the spread team in the league at 25-9-2, covering 73.5% of their games. I think this is a really good balance spot for them against the Pacers, who are going to be going, just like you said, BBB, without Karis LeVert. And I'm rolling with the Cavs here. I like them today. They need this. They need a win like this to prove to them that their season goes on even without Ricky Rubio.
Cool. All right, man. I am on the Pacers, and Hefe and BBB are riding the Cavs in a bounce back. All right, boys, let's jump right into the next one. Magic versus the Celtics. Line is sitting at -10. Well, -11.5.
Yeah,
I'm
minus
seeing
11.
let's say -11 Celtics. Celtics are off a big win against the Suns there at home. And Celtics at home have been playing great. And Magic, man, they are just inconsistent. I know the past 2 games they played with the Bucks, against the Bucks, and pretty much they've been scoring. They just can't play defense. And now they're getting +10 here on the road. I'm not sure I want to back the Magic ever. I'm off this game. What do you guys think? And what do you guys think? Do you think the Celtics roll here, or the line's a little bit sketch to me in a way? Hefe, what do you think, man?
So, look, guy, this is not a game I'm playing. But if you ask me for my analysis, I'll tell you that Boston's still without Jason Tatum due to COVID. Robert Williams will not be playing in this game. He has an injury. He just got ruled out a couple minutes ago. And Orlando's sneaky, but man, Orlando struggles against teams that are flat out better than them, have more talent, and they tend to lose these games by double digits. I lean with the Celtics here, but this is a no play. I'm nervous about Robert Williams being out. Who's going to step up and get the rebounds and the second chance opportunities for the Celtics today? So lean Celtics, but no official play on this game for me. How about you, BB?
Yeah, no official play for this one. Like you said, it's just a lot of weird factors in this one. But I do lean with the Magic here. I think 11 points is a lot. I know they just got blown out twice at the Bucks. The Bucks just got play when fully healthy, one of the best teams in all the NBA. This is a good spot for them here. That the Celtics can kind of shoot themselves out of games sometimes. Slams, they've been scoring, so I think they'll score plenty here. And if it's one of those games where the Celtics just kind of chuck in and all of a sudden early lead for the Magic, could definitely see them covering with this big of a spread, but not put my money on here. So yeah, Magic, but gonna lay off this one.
Yeah, man, and the Magic have been playing well offensively, man. Maybe look at a team total, Magic over here. I just can't trust them defensively to stay within that 10. I think offensively they've been playing well, and Wagner has showed some potential there on like rookie of the year. He's been playing great for this team. So, I mean, I like them to keep scoring. Off defensively, I think they struggle a bit here. All right, boys. Heat versus the Kings. The line is sitting at -3.5 for the Heat here. And they caught some fire, man. They've been winning. And this line's a little bit short, potential trap line here. For me, I like the Kings in this spot, man. I like the 3.5 here, plus 3.5. The Heat have been awfully good, but I looked at some of their schedules. They got to win against the Rockets, which is not a good team. Magic, not a good team. Pistons, not a good team. Pacers are decent, average, but the games like Wizards, Magic, Pistons, they didn't cover a spread, but they got the win though. It was close games. But I like the Kings here at home here. I don't know. Anybody riding the Kings with me? BBB?
Yeah. I'm down to hop on
Yeah?
that train with you there.
Let's go.
I think I saw something about he'd only have 5 full-time roster players available. So, they got some fill-ins, obviously. But so I think that's the reason the line being down some. And, those 5 players are definitely going to be better than probably all of the Kings roster. But I think the Kings have shown some flashes. They just can't together. Their defense kind of a train wreck. They have Halliburton on ball defending. They seem to look like a lot better of a team. I think if they can put it together for this game, if they can get out to an early lead, especially with them being so shorthanded, from the towel game I think a lot of these games we've seen that when they're shorthanded, if they can stay in the game, like they want to get that win. So you got to go out and kill their will early. But I like the Kings in this one. I think this is little road dog action or home dog action here.
Home dog, yes, sir.
But I like the Kings plus the points. What about you, Hefe?
Cool.
I'm rolling with the Heat on this one, guys. It's not one of my best bets, but it's an official play. I know the Heat are out a bunch of people. The Kings are out Rashawn Holmes. I think he's a really important player for them and what he does, especially in the rebounding and pick and roll game. This is the Kings' 6th straight game at home. This is their final game at home after a 6-game homestand through the holidays. They got a big game on Tuesday against the Lakers. They're traveling to LA. I see this one as maybe, can get away from the Kings. The Heat are hot, no point intended, 5 in a row. And yeah, I know they haven't exactly been beating the best teams in the league, but you have to play who's on your schedule. And I'm sorry, the Pistons, the Magic, the Pacers, the Wizards, the Rockets, they're all in the same class as the Kings. So I like the Heat to win this one. I got them at minus 3.5, and that's what I'm rolling with tonight for this play.
Yeah, man, looking at like the upcoming schedule, man, the Heat actually play the Warriors tomorrow. So, a little back-to-back spot there, a potential look-ahead spot for the Heat as well. They've been hot, but it's got to end at some point. I think this could be a potential look ahead spot for the Heat as well, as they get ready to play the Warriors. I'm all over the Kings plus 3.5, boys. Let's jump into our next game. Mavericks versus the Thunder. Line is sitting at -9 for the Mavericks here on the road. No SGA for the Thunder. The Mavericks don't have Luka. Porzingis is out. I don't know. This is a lot of points here for the Mavericks, and Thunder have been kind of covering at home here, but no SGA.
Third best cover team in the league, man. Respect.
I just want to pause for a second. That if anyone here is watching the Cardinals versus game, we just saw probably one of the craziest catches I've seen in a long time.
Tell me I'm not watching. I don't have a TV in this room.
Literally like the New York Giants helmet catch, but he used the defender's helmet. He went up over him, pinned it on his helmet, and went down with him on top of him.
Fake punt. It's a fake punt, right?
And it was on a fake punt as well.
Shit.
It was probably one of the craziest plays I've ever
seen. I'm watching it on Slams television.
You see it?
Yeah.
It was
holy shit.
That was probably one of the wildest
plays
I've ever seen.
God, that is
you guys
crazy.
Remember this is we're about to go on a tangent. You guys remember when we were growing up in SportsCenter used to do the top 10 plays, except the top play used to always like live on until there was another play to beat it.
Yeah.
Like they did it for the not top 10 and Mark Sanchez's butt fumble was like the not top 10 play for like fucking 2 years.
For sure.
That would be the top play for a really long time.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was insane. All right,
guys. Well, let's get back to it. And your boy is on the Cardinals. I faded my team, Cowboys, but hopefully the Cardinals cover today, boys. But let's go right into this Mavericks and Thunder game here. Line is sitting at -9 Mavericks. Boys, what are we on? Hefe, what are you liking the spot, man? I know you're talking about
this
the
is
Thunder
not
here.
Listen, I love the Thunder. I love the Thunder because SGA. This is not the Mavericks versus the Thunder. There's no Luka. There's no SGA. There's no KP. Get this game off my schedule, man. Seriously, I'm sorry. Like, this is a game where the NBA honestly should have just stepped in and be like, yeah, we got to postpone this. Because, I mean, 9 is a lot of points, especially as a home dog. But both teams are decimated right now, like really decimated. I mean, the Mavericks are to the point where their COVID backups have COVID. Brandon Knight, Slam, your boy. Isaiah Thomas was brought in to back up Brandon Knight. They both have COVID. It's insane right now. I'm off this game. I got no play in this game, no interest in this game. BBB, how about you?
I lean the Mavericks here. I think they're just the better team no matter who they have on the court. OKC is just kind of, I mean, they've been covering a lot. They've been called the cover train. I'm not going to have any play on this. But I just think this is just one of those games, like Hefe said, you don't want to watch this. Like, this is one of those games where you bought a ticket to it like a couple months in advance, and now the day comes to it,
and you're so
like,
mad.
What do I even go to this game? Like, I don't even know any of the players on the floor. Like, so yeah, just laying off this one for me. I think this you just don't even know. How do you even cap players that have been playing over in like Australia for the past year? So yeah, laying off this one for me.
Boys, I'm tempted to take the Mavericks -9 here. I think that line might be pretty sharp. I don't know.
I
agree. That's where my lean is.
I just feel like
if
you look at a game, you know, I mean, I know SGA is out, but still, like from a public standpoint, like people look at him like Thunder +9 automatically. I think this is kind of like that bait.
I think you might be thinking too hard into it. You might be thinking about the reverse.
I might. I mean, SGA is probably like a solid 5 points.
I get what you're saying. You're thinking about the reverse on a star player being out, like where it actually does affect the team's ability to like play well.
I mean, SGA
like that's what you're trying to say. Is basically SGA is so important to the Thunder.
I do think SGA is literally one of the backbones of that team, the only backbone on that team, basically offensively.
He is the freaking spine. He's the entire spinal cord of that team.
All right, boys, let's actually go to the next game here. I think this might be the game of the day, in my opinion. It's probably the best game here today. It's Phoenix Suns versus the Hornets. Line is sitting at -2.5 on the Suns here. Suns are off a loss to the Celtics. And the Hornets have kind of just been rolling, boys. And the Hornets have a full lineup tonight. The Suns are pretty kind of depleted. You know, no DeAndre, no Jay Crowder. They still got Book. Yeah, no McGee. You know, boys, I don't care. I still like the Suns in the spot, especially off a loss here. Potential trap, but I'm not gonna think too hard. I think the Suns get it done defensively. And, it's Suns and under for me. I think if Hornets get out, start fast, then the Suns might be in trouble. But I like Suns to bounce back defensively here and get this win at the Hornets. All right. BB, what do you like in this spot, man?
Yeah, this one's a tricky one here, in my opinion. The line screams the Hornets here. I think Aiden is very important to this Suns team. You can always tell when they are struggling, even when he's playing in the game. It's usually because he's not being used. It balances out the entire team. I think it's tough for like Booker and them to get going whenever they can isolate him and focus solely on him, and he has to be the only offensive production. Chris Paul doesn't like to be the number one scorer and stuff, but he can. So I think this just feels like a Hornets game. I'm not going to go super heavy on it, but I'm on the Hornets here. Home, this is a good spot for them. Trust them all. Hefe, what do you got here?
This is a tough one for me. I was just looking at the last time these two teams played because I thought they played very recently, and I was right. They played about 2 weeks ago. The Suns beat them by 31 points. Granted, it was in Phoenix. The leading scorer, however, in that game was freaking JaVale McGee with 19 points for the Suns in a 137-106 victory. Like we just said and went over before we went into this game, JaVale McGee is not playing. Neither is DeAndre Ayton. It says something. They beat a team by 30s. These guys beat them by 31, but the players who played the best in that game aren't playing tonight. and yet I still want to go with the Suns money line. I know this line is screaming Hornets, but
Come on.
the Suns need a victory here. This is a
Do
team
it.
that they have beat, and honestly, this is going to come down to on the defensive side. The Hornets don't play any defense. They just don't. They're one of the worst defensive efficiency teams in the league. Suns are on the totally opposite side of that. They play some of the best defense, for some of the most turnovers, and give up some of the least turnovers on their end. Give me the Suns on a money line here. I got the juice at -140. I'm comfortable with laying that.
Yeah, I actually gave out Suns money line earlier on my IG page. We'll send that out tonight as well, man. I am all over the Suns money line here. Don't trust the points. I actually think it might be a closer game.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I agree with that.
Probably in the fourth quarter or something, but I think the Suns get it done here. All right, boys, let's go to our last game of the night. T-Wolves versus the Lakers. The line is -8. And LeBron has been playing out of his mind, boys. I think New Year's Day, he scored 43 points against the Blazers team to kind of beat them by like 20. You know, I mean, some people could say the Lakers are back. But do you boys trust the Lakers -8 today at home? Hefe, you're a Lakers fan. Come on, man. What do you think?
I've been off the Lakers for a while, since they just let me down game after game after game. But in the past 7 games, LeBron James has looked like his. I'm Miami Heat self is what he's looking like. LeBron on Miami. He's looking like headband LeBron. It's scary because when he's playing like this, he doesn't just elevate his own game. Everybody around him, he elevates their game as well, because there's so much attention on him when he has the ball in his hands that you forget about the 4 other players on the court wearing the same color jersey. I'm taking the Lakers -8 tonight. I know it's a scary line because you're basically saying for the Lakers to win by double digits, like that's what you need. And during this win streak that they have and this just crazy stretch that LeBron's going on, they really haven't won. They haven't won 2 games in a row. Actually, LeBron has been going crazy for the last 7 games, but their last 5 games, they're 2-3, right? Just because he's balling out doesn't mean that they're winning. But I'm taking the Lakers -8 tonight against a T-Wolves team that is kind of just meandering around, not really knowing what's going on. I don't know. Do they have Anthony Edwards tonight? He's listed as day-to-day. I know they don't have D'Angelo Russell tonight. He's still out with COVID. So give me the Lakers -8. LeBron's on a tear. He's going to go off tonight. BBB, what you got?
Yeah, I kind of lean with the Timberwolves just because of the way the Lakers have played this year. This is probably a layoff game for me. I just think that, the Lakers are kind of right now in this trend. They are very dependent on LeBron. LeBron has to do literally everything. And he can do that. I think the one thing they underrate about LeBron is that he will literally do whatever is going to help the team the most. Whether that is, if he needs to be the point guard and drop 12 assists that night, he'll do it. It's just he gets so much hate for, if he drops 12 assists, well, you only had 15 points. If he drops, 50 points, well, you had 3 assists. Like, LeBron's never going to win that battle. But I think, so if LeBron goes out and, balls out, which he has been, and he gets in one of these modes where he's just proven the doubters wrong, he tends to keep on that for a little while. So I think that, this is one you can probably tell. I might look at a live spot here. I'm going to watch how LeBron's doing. If LeBron comes out and he's playing well, even if it's a tight game, I might put a live spot on the Lakers there. So, probably a live play for me, nothing pregame.
BBB, I know you're a prop guy as well. Would you say take LeBron James prop over points would be honestly a good move? It's got to be probably tonight, like over 30.
What's the line at? So his points, rebounds, and assist is at 48.5. I think that would be a good under to take, honestly, because I think even if LeBron has been playing, if he plays like a pretty normal to even above normal game, I think that'll go under. I think it's an inflated line, kind of. I mean, no one wants to take a game, take a prop and like root for LeBron to suck, but like, I think that line's a little inflated. So if I was going to take something, I would take the under on the points, rebounds, and assists at 48. He probably gets around 40, 42, 45-ish in that range. I think there's a lot of value in that one, but If you hate watching
Nice.
unders, which a lot of people do, you probably won't do that. But
No, man, I agree with you there. My play, I think, for this game is I like the T-Wolves and Lakers under the 221. I see at most books here 221.
Interesting.
Lakers played out of their minds against the Blazers. I know Blazers are the Blazers. They don't really play defense, but the Lakers scored a shit ton of points, man. I guess I see regression. I think the offense comes back to normal. LeBron, he'll score some points for sure, but I think the under is in a good spot here. And defensively, I think T-Wolves. I think Towns being out and Anthony Edwards is questionable tonight. I would jump on this under 221 before it moves. So I like the Lakers, some regression here on offense, and I think T-Wolves get it done defensively. No side for me though. All right, boys. Our favorite part of the show. If you guys are still with us, give us a retweet, comment, like. We appreciate.
Oh, let me do it. Let me
man.
do it.
Go ahead. Do it.
Wade to LeBron.
Shout out Alpha. If you are watching, man, feel better soon. Hefe, what are your best bets today, man?
I'm giving 2. You know what? No, I got 3 for the peeps. We're rolling with the Suns money line. I'm with you, Slam. They're too good of a team. They're one of the best teams in the league. Give me the money line at -140. Give me the Cavs -4.5 in a bounce back spot, and give me the Heat -3.5 to keep it rolling and keep their winning ways alive. BBB, what do you got?
I'm right there with you on the Cavs. I think that's a hammer spot for myself there. And then I'm going to be going with Charlotte, taking the 2.5 there, and that's probably going to be all for me. I lean that LeBron under very heavily though. That's going to be play for me probably, but I'm not going to make it a best bet.
Cool. All right, boys. I got 3 for you guys coming off a 2-0 last show here, boys. We are staying hot. I like the Pacers plus the 4.5 here. Then we're gonna go into. I'm off the Kings game, man. I can't decide if I want to play the Kings or not. We're gonna go to the. I like Suns money line. I'm with Hefe there. Better team, bounce back spot. Hornets. They do not play any defense. I think the Suns get it done defensively here. And then I'm going to actually add the T-Wolves Lakers under the 221. I like that spot. I like the Lakers to regress a bit on offense. There's your 3 plays, boys. You guys have anything else?
Sunday Night Football? I don't care.
That's
lean
a
the Packers, man. I lean the Packers. We've seen this situation before in the past couple weeks where the starting quarterback goes down due to COVID, and you got a replacement that has not played all year, if not for longer. And pretty much every time that team really, really, really struggles to put up points because they become totally one-dimensional. It's the freaking Green Bay Packers, man. -13. If this was -14, -14.5, I'd lay off. But I can see the Packers winning this one by 2 touchdowns pretty easily, and the Vikings relying a little too heavy on the run game, and the Packers being able to just load up.
What about the total?
Defense. What is the total right now? I haven't checked since before games started. Did it go
40,
up or down?
42. It's pretty low. I mean, makes sense. Vikings are without their.
When I think of that total, that makes me even more confident in my Packers pick, because what Vegas is saying with that total is we expect the Vikings to really, really struggle to put up more than 10 points today, and the Packers can put up 21 points in one quarter like that.
For sure. BBB, you got anything for NFL?
Yeah, I think I agree with Hefe there. Might a teaser here or something. Tease down the Packers and the under up a little bit. I think it might be a good play there. A little wiggle room on both sides. I'll probably dive into some pride a little bit of that later, Slade. But right now, I think a teaser might be best bet for me.
Yeah, man, I like the under right there, man. I think that Vikings they step it up defensively. Offense, I think they tried to eat clock, control the pace, keep it out of Rodgers' hands. Everyone know Rodgers can score, and in seconds. So, the Vikings, if Vikings control pace, can run the ball, play actions, I think this will be good for the under. I think the clock will keep ticking. And if the Packers do cover this 13, I think if they're up so much, I think they just run out the clock, to be honest, near the 5-minute mark in the fourth. So I think if it's a close game, it goes over. I think if you think blowout, I think it's a good under spot. But yeah, man, thank you all for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow, regular schedule, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, guys. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Happy New Year. Boys, you got anything else, or we're
Shout
we're
out
good?
Pure Wage. Thank you for allowing us to do our thing.
sir.
And it's the rare Sunday where I get to tell you we'll see you guys tomorrow. And I believe we will also have a scoop and score tomorrow. So look out for us double duty.